my pain levels are nice and low, which means that my ability to have intimacy is a lot higher.
I was raised in an autism family house, and like my mom made it her whole identity that she's an autism mom and her son has autism because he got diagnosed really young.
I wonder if that means that the Food and Drug Administration is the cause of autism.
Like 1 in 40 kids is diagnosed with an autism spectrum disorder. But my recommendation to women is don't date men who are going through a divorce.
I actually didn't really mean that. I wanted to elaborate, but we didn't expand on that moment. That I don't truly believe that Hollywood as a whole, but I believe that there are parts of Hollywood that's doing their best to use their power for good, right?
Okay, so now it's beeping. Go ahead.
Well, so I've been going on this elimination diet. Have I told you much about that?
A little bit.
So basically, in addition to my no gluten, I am not eating corn, soy, or dairy, trying to test what my sensitivities are. So that made Thanksgiving a little bit more overwhelming for the people who actually do cook in my life. So I feel really bad for them. But at the same time, my body's been feeling incredible, and my pain levels have decreased from like 90% of my life to like 5 to 10, like
whoa, that's
very little. Yeah, just by removing all of that. So with that being said, my pain levels are nice and low, which means that my ability to have intimacy is a lot higher. So things have just been like happy and like new husband and wife life. Like it's great. It's just it's lovely. And yeah, so I've been having a lot more energy. I haven't worked out in the past week like I wish I would have. The week prior, I did it twice in that week, which was really good. I'm not much of a workout person. It's really hard for me to get movement, and that momentum is like feels dramatically difficult for me. And I'm learning more that it's more about my resistance to transitions than it is like actually the working out part. Like I find that I actually do enjoy that. Whereas before I thought that it was like all about not wanting to work out, but in reality it was just not wanting to have transitions. So today for my primer, I'm going to use this YSL. I discovered this during my Sephora year where I was going for makeovers all the time. I told you about that. And became completely obsessed with it. It literally lasts for freaking ever. It is like $75 roughly. It's kind of expensive, but yeah, it was really nice and it feels like smoother than a baby's bottom. All right, that's my week. I don't really have much else aside from just bragging about how delicious my medicine was. Oh, I have more time. Damn. So I cleaned my house a lot this weekend. I also worked a lot online. Yeah, it's kind of lame.
Like, can you tell us about what you actually ended up eating?
Oh. Thanksgiving was like normal. We had turkey, we had ham, we had stuffing that was made with gluten-free bread. It was Michael's grandmother's recipe stuffing, and it's like very unique with like raisins and all kinds of random stuff that I've never had in stuffing before. We had yams, Brussels sprouts, yeah, and even gravy, like the stuff, like all the normal like fixings of a Thanksgiving dinner. And then Michael made a dairy-free, gluten-free, soy-free pumpkin pie cheesecake. It was absolutely incredible. And all of us ate
Amazing.
it, and all of us felt like not bloated and comfortable and so nice after Thanksgiving, which is like kind of exactly what I'm going for, is like more of like trying to eat more whole foods and less processed, and just trying to stop what the FDA should have stopped years ago.
Right? That's amazing. I mean, it's unheard of. Like, I actually thought it was normal to feel terrible after every meal.
Ugh, dude,
Like, I just was like, oh, doesn't everybody just want to like die after every meal and like lay down and like, because it used to be like,
for real, man.
for me, it was like after, oh, your time is up.
Time's up.
Okay, my turn. Okay, so like I was saying, I actually have a long history with special diets, and partly becomes because part of my special diet history is in part, sorry, my mom is the first one that introduced me to special diets, and my mom is an almond mom. Have you heard of the almond moms?
Oh, I have. I was thinking about almond moms this weekend, and it made me very sad.
The thing is that my mom is like pre almond mom era, so I don't know exactly what she is because she's before that era, and she's not the almond mom. Let me put it this way: my mom is an autism mom, which from the early 2000s, which is very different than autism moms and almond moms of today. So autism in the early 2000s was obviously rising in prevalence between within children and stuff.
Hmm.
And in the early 2000s, I would say like the narrative of autism was like, let's solve it, let's fix it, let's cure autism. That was the main narrative of like the main advocacy groups and the doctors. Like, something's wrong with the child developmentally, and we want to fix the child so that they can live a normal life. Now, today in 2024, and even in the 2010s, like when these children who had been raised within this context of like, we need to fix you because you're autistic, they grew
Yeah.
up, and then they started advocating for themselves and said, hey, that's really damaging. Like, we're not broken. We're not, nothing needs to be fixed. We actually need to celebrate neurodiversity and accept us and actually help us like have accessibility measures so that we can thrive in society. Because who says that neurotypicals are the gold standard and are who you should strive to be,
Yeah,
right?
totally.
So that was really cool. Like when I went to college, and I think I went to like one disability rights meeting, and like I went in kind of like, okay, like I was raised in an autism family house, and like my mom made it her whole identity that she's an autism mom and her son has autism because he got diagnosed really young, like within the first
So
year.
when did I'm so sorry. When did she get diagnosed?
My mom?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not. She didn't. My little brother did.
Oh, so your
That was
mom is,
artist
oh,
production.
I see, I see. Her whole
So
identity is the fact that your brother is autistic.
yeah, she made that her whole identity. Like
Oh, I
my
see,
son
I
is
see.
autism, autism, like autism, everything. It was her
Yeah.
identity. Which, like, I'm not a parent, so I'm gonna be careful about like judging that because I don't know what it's like to be a parent. But I
Yeah.
do know what it's like to be a sibling of somebody who's diagnosed with autism, and from like early childhood. So before the age of 3, he was already diagnosed. I want to say even before the age of 2.
Wow.
And my mom is like a special case because not only because she was a speech therapist herself, so she was already in the disability space. So this is like a
Mm.
profession, and then she had a child. By the way, my brother is 9 years younger than me. So I was 9 when he was born. I was about 10 when he got his diagnosis. I was in like 4th, 5th grade. So this was my introduction to autism. And like I said, at the time it was like, let's fix autism. Like, autism is bad. We need to fix the child. But there was a lot of vaccine speculation. It was the vaccines that caused, my son was great up until
Yes.
his vaccinations, and then after his vaccinations, there was a complete regression in speech and development, blah blah blah. The point is, there was the treatment for autism. While there is still no like fix for autism, because remember in this time it was like trying to fix it, there was like a lot of different strategies that you could do to kind of like help the child develop, like not have extreme symptoms, and one of them was through diet intervention. And
Mm,
gluten-free, dairy-free, this was before it was normalized, was mainstream, was like, hey, like give the child, like take away dairy, take away gluten, these are inflammatory foods, and this will help the child
interesting.
like develop normally. So in like 2001, my house started going gluten-free.
Wow, that's so intriguing that that was like in the topic of trying to assist autism.
Yeah, because there was the understanding was um okay, because autism is like, I'm not an expert, so I don't want to get like things wrong, and I'm just gonna say I'm not an expert. Um,
Totes.
but I think at the time, I'm trying to also think like what was the understanding at the time. The time was that maybe it was like a vaccine related illness. So what are
Right.
vaccines? They're immune system. You're introducing your body to a foreign entity, a virus or bacteria, and then you grow antibodies to like resist it, and then after that moment you're gonna have the antibodies, so when you come in contact with that virus in the wild, it doesn't like take over. You already have the antibodies to fight it off. So that is immune system. That's inflammation. So immune system inflammation is kind of interchangeable. So therefore, if there's an issue with the immune system and inflammation, you should try to like not inflame the child more. And one way that was already understood was that like certain foods cause more inflammation. Like
Right.
think about it, like at that point people already kind of knew like a lot of people are lactose intolerant after like the age of 5 or something. So these things were already kind of known in society. But the cool thing about autism, I will say, is that they are like on the cutting edge of research, like the autism community and science and doctors. Like they're probably like 10 to 20 years ahead of like mainstream doctors, you know.
Yeah. And then I wonder if that means that the Food and Drug Administration is the cause of autism.
Wouldn't be surprised. And then, but like I said, like autism back then, it was like 1 in 150. I think now it's like 1 in 40, 1 in 50. Like 1 in 40
Wow.
kids is diagnosed with an autism spectrum disorder, which is
Damn.
insane. It's like
And then all
really,
of us like late diagnosers, like all of our masking and all of that stuff, like imagine what the numbers are going to increase once like the rest of us start actually getting the diagnosis. Like I
and
haven't tried to seek it, but I know it's there.
it's really hard to get, by the way. I've been actually really trying hard to get it. And this is kind of like a point of contention in my family that I feel a lot of resentment, and I'm working through it. So I don't want to get too into it because I haven't like resolved this issue. But one of the issues I feel a lot of resentment for is that my brother was diagnosed at a young age and helped through the lens of he has a developmental disability. Whereas I, 10 years older, flew under the radar, definitely had all the signs, but the people around me, and then there are some professionals who say it's better to never be diagnosed. It's better, because you learn to it, you adapt to the like what's expected of you, you know,
Yeah,
and
totally.
therefore actually like achieve more in your life, like whatever that means, achieve, like through education, through career.
Yeah.
So I don't know how I feel about that because like I said, like part of me is like, cool, I was treated normally, but I also didn't get the grace that like my brother has received. Like everything my brother does is, oh, he's autistic. Like for instance, like I'll give you one example. My brother loves music, and he's always been into music, and that was kind of something like my family was like, well, maybe he can do music, like he's special, he's autistic, like let's nurture that, and like that can be his whole career, and he doesn't have to go to university, and he can just, this can be like his skill set, and he can pursue music industry. Guess who else wanted to do that? Me.
Oh, and they
And
wouldn't let you.
it wasn't like they wouldn't let me, it just was never like a possibility. It was like, you need to go to university, you need to either become a doctor, an engineer, or some sort of professional, and then you need to get a master's degree, and then maybe like, as a hobby you can pursue music, but it could never be like your main pursuit. So like I said, like it's weird because it's like one of the things like, and it's also weird because it's like I feel like I'm part of that community too, but I don't have a diagnosis. But a lot of autism like experts and advocates are saying now, like, you don't need a diagnosis. Like if you identify.
Oh no. I lost you.
Oh,
You
you're
cut
back.
out there for a second. Or I cut out?
I think
Well,
that's me.
all
I
I
told
last I heard, last I heard was if you identify.
Yes, that's what I've kind of read. Some books I've read say like because it's so hard to get an autism diagnosis, and very expensive actually, to get a like to get one that's covered by insurance, because you have to have like a certain doctor, like they're not readily available. And I've like, even my psychiatrist, I asked her like, hey, I need an autism diagnosis because I wanted to get registered with the regional center, which is like a public government agency that helps adults and children with developmental disabilities like thrive.
Yeah.
And but you have to have a developmental disability. Like mental health diagnoses don't count, but you can have comorbidities.
Comorbidities? What is that?
It means that you have more than one diagnosis. Like you have autism
Oh,
and depression, or autism and anxiety. But
got it.
autism is a developmental disability. So is like the genetic disorders like Down syndrome or Huntington's disease. Like you have to have something that's considered in the camp of developmental disabilities. And the regional center, like they want you to be a functioning contributor to society. So they want you to have a job. They want you to have housing. They want you to have transportation. Like they support you in these ways so that you can live a fruitful life. But then
Yeah.
one of the moms from the autism community here in, oh, go ahead.
Oh,
Nice.
I was just using the Deep Throat by NARS for
Yeah.
my
Moment for the
blush.
throat. I think that
Moment
deserves
for the deep throat. Moment for the deep throat.
bro. Anyways, I don't even know. Oh yeah. So then, my friend, one of the autism moms, told me like, you actually have to have the diagnosis before you're 18 for them to help you.
What?
I know. I'm like, right? Like I said, it really feels like the government wants me to walk off a cliff. Like I don't. No, seriously. Like, and I'll be. Why is everything so dark now? I don't understand.
Because you just got dark. The government wants me to
Yeah,
jump off a cliff.
my
And it's
aura
like,
got really dark. Yeah. I want to read my aura. What color do you think I am? Somebody told me I was green. You're supposed to like go like this and then like it's supposed to leave like a halo.
Huh. I haven't
It's
heard
hard.
of that.
I know, and this is like some shit I saw on the internet, but I want to go to
I would feel like that probably has a lot more to do with your skin tones and the colors that you're leaving behind in the camera than it actually has to do in your aura.
That's what I told her. I told her like she said, "Oh, green." I was like, "Oh, that's really because I'm olive skinned."
But I used to be really good at reading people's auras when I was more tapped in. And
We're
as soon
tapped
as you
in.
asked, as soon as you asked that
Tapped into
question,
what?
purple was my like every response.
To
Like
everybody?
No, no, to you, like right here. As soon as you asked what color is my aura, my third eye said purple.
Ugh, I hate that because it's my mom's favorite color.
Well, what does it mean in the sense of an aura?
It royal. Purple is royal. It's the
Do you
color
know
of
that for real?
royalty. Yeah. No, I've been into color theory for a few years now. I've gone off the deep end, Christina. The woo woo in me, I let it free. I let it go. Like anything you want to explore, that's new.
Not when it, yeah, but that's purple is not color theory, yes, but I'm talking in the sake of aura, like
Oh, I
so
don't know what else. Okay.
it's often linked to creativity, intuition, and a connection to spiritual realms. This makes
I like that.
the purple aura special because it suggests deep spiritual insight and a creative spirit. That is you. You are purple. The moment that you asked, that's exactly what my senses told me.
And I can't read yours at all. Like I'm getting
That's
confused by
okay.
the colors in the background, and I'm getting like I wanted to say like orange, yellow, and I was like, wait, those are the colors. I was like, no, I'm not. I'm not even gonna try because I don't.
That's funny. It's okay. You don't have to. I would rather it be something that actually felt like
No, exactly.
easy,
Let's
right? Like,
wait. Exactly. Yeah. Like, oh, I just read it and I told you. Wait, why am I? I was like, I'm gonna go to the side and drink my coffee, like it was like some forbidden thing.
y'all don't watch me. Don't watch me drink my
Step are we
coffee.
on? I'm way lost on the makeup. I got like way too sidetracked in my past. That was
Oh,
like
I
some.
know. We're all talking, and I basically have just used everything that I used last week. I used the same bronzer, the latte, the same bronze to blush, which is my Buxom Wanderlust, and then
Is it
I like to
Buxom
do
or
NARS on
Buxom?
top of it. I have no fucking clue.
Anyway.
Buxom. I like to say Buxom. Um,
It's great. The lady was like, some customer, I was like, Buxom, Buxom, and she was just like,
this
Oh
is
my
why
god.
I should not work in retail because um, I don't often refer to name brands in the way that they are pronounced properly.
No, you'd be surprised. A lot of people
I
don't
just
either.
like,
Like everybody has their own understanding of like, oh, Laura Mercier or Laura, that's for Laura Mercier, and then what's the other one? Oh, I
yeah.
think NY. Some people say NYX, since I say NYX for this
Oh,
one.
yeah, yeah. I noticed that's what you said when you were displaying your makeup the other day. I was like,
Yeah, exactly. Like, is that what you call
hmm.
it? Dude, have you seen Wicked? You need to go see Wicked, and we need to have a deep
No,
dive.
but I want to. I know, I know, I know.
Please, this is your homework. Take Michael because
Take
you,
Michael? Is that what you said?
yeah, take your husband.
I don't know if he has the patience to sit in a 3-hour movie,
It's two and a
but
half.
my
Two and a half.
yeah, but there's also like previews and you got to get there early sometimes. But
You being a mindful wife. I feel like it's the most bizarre wife. Like, bitch, we're going, and we're having a discussion afterwards.
hilarious. No, but my friend Gail really wants to go. So definitely plan to go with her. I
Yay.
just have to figure out when.
Nice. On that note
Um,
of dragging men to
yeah.
Wicked, so I dragged the man I was seeing to Wicked, and
Oh,
guess what
right.
happened?
He left you. No, I was joking. Oh,
He ghosted me after Wicked. So there's a curse in
maybe he felt no, no. You had mentioned that you explained the movie to him. Maybe he felt like it was reverse mansplaining. It was like femsplaining.
Yeah, I fence slammed the shit out of that movie, and afterwards I was like deep in like my intellectual, like societal analysis. Like, dude, like that bitch ran so fast away from me. Like, he didn't even answer the phone one time after Wicked. Like, I called him, and then he was like, "Hey, I'll call you back," like via
Fuck.
text, and he never called back. Like
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I'm
even
laughing so hysterically, but
no, I've never been ghosted in such an intense ghost. Like it was like the most intense ghost. Like I
that's
even
kind of
like
wild.
even I was feeling weak about it, and like I was like,
Oh, that's
"Hey,
wild.
don't text him." And then like even like the Tuesday afterwards, I go, "Hey, why are you MIA?" Smiley face, radio silence. Because I was like, maybe I'll use some
Oh.
Marine Corps terms because he's a Marine.
Yeah, you fem-splained too hard.
Bro, like thank you for explaining it because like I really have been confused. Like it's been kind of a mind fuck because it was like it was also Thanksgiving. I had invited him to my family's Thanksgiving. Like
Yeah, he said hard pass. Thanks, girl. Sorry, love.
no, it's such a trip too because like the week before I had actually ghosted him because like I forget what happened, but I was like, you know what, I'm out. And then like I ghosted him and I like blocked him on all my social. I blocked him on my phone, and then he found one of my 10 million Finstas, my other accounts. And he found my makeup account, and then he contacted me, was like, "Hey, like
Oh,
I've been trying to hold of you," and I was like, "Yeah," like I made him chase a little, and I accepted him back because why not?
funny. Why do you think you wanted to make him chase you a little?
No, because I was done. Like I was just done with the situation ship. So I was like, I don't even feel like explaining, like I'm out. But then like he chased me. I think he liked the chase, and I liked that he chased me, so I let him back in.
That's funny.
But then he reversed it to me. Like,
That is hilarious. That's
what
like
a
ghost
power
karma.
move.
Ghost karma.
But mine was a soft ghost. It was like 12 hours, and then he looked for me, and then I was like, okay, you come back. Mine wasn't like a. His is
we
like, bro, I'm speechless. Like,
You're like, I thought we were playing games together.
yeah, I thought we were playing hide and seek, sort of thing. He's like, no, bitch, like, you're out of my life. And like, I was throwing
I thought
tantrums
we
all
were
week. I don't,
playing hide and seek.
yeah, and I was throwing tantrums, like really public ones, like on my Twitter and on Instagram. I don't think on Instagram too much, but on my Twitter, I was like,
Girl.
I hate confused, I hate like not being communicated with. I was just so hurt, and especially like the holidays coming up.
Hypocrite.
Him or me?
You.
No, I was hurt, but because I was
Of
just
course
playing,
you were hurt, but you can't say that you hate something that you just did to somebody.
yeah, but there was a reason why because he did some bullshit, and I was like, you know what? And I'm not gonna air his dirty laundry. I'm not gonna air my dirty laundry because I know he's going through some stuff. But my recommendation to women is don't date men who are going through a divorce that
I
isn't
mean,
finalized yet. But this is
yeah.
like it was like, well, like I would even if I ever referred to his wife as his wife and not his ex-wife, he would throw a bitch, flip a bitch on me, and I'm like, but she is your wife. Like it's not finalized yet. He's like, no, because blah blah blah. I'm like, the thing that makes me mad is like, why are you on Hinge if you're still going through the settlement process?
Yeah.
And they might
Because
even
he's
go
not
to trial.
because he's not trying to do anything but get laid.
And then I said that to him. And at the beginning, I was very clear that I wasn't just looking for that. I was looking for a relationship. I was looking for my husband. And I'm a fool to think that somebody who's getting out of one marriage is going to want to get into another marriage.
Yeah,
But,
that's valid.
but he was so like, I mean, the thing is that he told me what I wanted to hear all along the way. And then eventually I was like, bro, I feel like you're a concubine. Like either like I feel like an escort, mistress, or concubine. Like because you're giving me scraps. I don't get any rights that your wife gets. Like he still lived with his wife. Like get this, they still lived in the same house.
All I hear are red flags.
This is what I'm saying. Like, I am the fool in this situation. Like, there's no excuses for my level of stupidity. I can't even say it out loud because it's just so like somebody needs to slap me. I just don't have, like, to be honest, like, this is why you need friends and like this is why you need people around you. Like, I don't have friends. I don't have people to keep me in check. Like, I will go down a rabbit hole for 2 months playing with the red flags just because I'm fucking lonely and I want like friendship and I want company.
Playing with the red flags.
Yeah, just like boom, 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 like, whatever, I can handle this. I've seen worse.
Oh my gosh. That's not good for you, girl. You know
But
it.
it's so hard to make friends as an adult. And like in Orange County, like there's nobody my age here unless you're a loser like me that got stuck living with your parents because you can't afford to live here, right? So the only reason that you would be living here is if your parents like gave you a house or like let you stay with them.
Yeah, that's fair.
So the crowd of like people that are left behind is like either you're special ed like me, or you are I don't know, but like I said, at the same time, like I feel really alone. But then I read that article that said 51% of millennials live in with their parents. So I was like, I'm not alone. But living in Orange County, like one of the richest areas in California, makes you feel like such a failure at all times. Even if you're
Have
trying.
you considered living in a different state? Like, is it an option to
I don't
leave
want
your mom
to.
if you?
Oh, I
Hmm.
don't live with her anymore, which is great. Like I'm finally kind of like taking steps to independence.
Are you still
But,
living with the yeah, right?
yeah, I'm renting a room, and I have to move by December 12th, so in 10 days, and I don't have the next one set up. But I'm working on it.
Eh,
I'm gonna figure it out.
such is life. It will provide.
Exactly. I don't even stress anymore. What's the worst thing that can happen? The worst thing that can happen has already happened to me, which is like you have nowhere to go. And you know what? If you have
Yeah.
nowhere to go, sit at Denny's till the morning. That's not a big deal. It really isn't. Oh, it's a Denny's night. Fuck. No money for a hotel. We're going to Denny's. Grand Slam. Sorry, that's IHOP.
Ooh.
But yeah, Denny's open 24/7. So like if you ever like have nowhere to go, Denny's.
And they're pretty nice customer service.
Oh, they're so sweet, the people that work there, and like they know like you're going through some shit. Like if you're at Denny's
Yeah,
at 3 a.m.,
right.
they're like, honey, like, what do you need? Like, you want another coffee? You want a free refill? I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
I am not good right now. Like, help. And it's all like moms too. So they're like, they give you like the mom
Ooh.
treatment.
They're all loving and caring.
Yeah, like, dude, something's not right with you. Like, you fucked up somewhere and like you ended up at a Denny's at 4 a.m. in Anaheim.
In
Things are not.
Anaheim.
Yeah. Like, nobody wants to be in Anaheim at 4 a.m. at a Denny's. Like, that is not a good vibe. But, you know, you meet very interesting characters along the way if you're having one
Yeah.
of those journeys. And there's always free cigarettes to be had and
Ooh.
a smile to be shared. So I can't complain. The cool thing about the Denny's in Anaheim is that there's a lot of like people that work at Disney that are like getting off their shift. And like there's
Oh, I think
still
I know
like
exactly which location you're talking about. I've been there.
it's right next to the stadium, the Angel Stadium.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been there too. Not under the best circumstances, but it was fine. Like God provided. I had enough money for like a breakfast and I enjoyed myself. And I think I even fed somebody else too. Like I met a friend in the parking lot. I think he gave me like
Incredible.
some cigarettes and I was like, hey, you want to share like a breakfast? So like $5 breakfast, but it was enough for both of us.
Oh my gosh, I
'Cause I
love
gave him the
it.
pancake. I gave him a pancake, and I just wanted the protein. So I was like, I'm not trying to eat gluten. It's hilarious because like even in these situations, I'm still like gluten free. Really? Like you're at a Denny's at 4 a.m. and you're asking, and you're still sticking by the special diet. Like that's some deep brainwashing, bro.
It is not brainwashing. That is self-preservation.
Yeah, and self-preservation is the most radical act of what is it called? What is that quote? I need to find it. It's an Audre Lorde quote. I post it all the time.
Hmm. I just noticed the audacity of my face getting wrinkly and crinkling up
For,
my foundation. I mean, I don't
for
actually
that,
care about wrinkles,
you
but
need
like, what do you do?
so you get
A
a
what?
like any type of setting spray. I have this one
Full.
right now. It's not the best, but you spray and then you get a brush and you push it into everything so that it like creates a seam so you don't get that cakiness.
So I spray my face, not the brush.
Yeah, spray your face, kind of like mist it around. Yeah, like yeah, get it nice and dry. Let it sit for a few moments, and then you grab your brush, and then like where the crinkles, where the crinkles,
Crinkles is great. Uh-huh.
you just fucking push the product in there,
Mm.
right? So you push the product in there, because like the wrinkles are not going to go away. Like you can do some skincare. You can do Botox, which I'm doing when I have
You are?
$800. Can I come visit you and get Botox down there?
Um, if you
Is there like
really
a med
think
spa that you know? No, yes,
no,
I really
because I am
right.
not into Botox in any way, shape, or form that it does not cross my
Oh, so you don't know like where to take me?
nope.
Okay, but I'm sure one of your family members knows. Your in-laws.
Um, the doctor that I work for in Pacific Beach, she does it, and it's like a
Okay,
$500 visit.
that's not bad because I was gonna pay 800. Did she do
Yeah,
Xiaoming? She did Botox.
she does Botox and she also does filler, but you've got very plump lips.
No, I don't want filler. I just want Botox here because my expression lines.
I love your expression lines. I think they're beautiful.
And then I want masseter Botox because of my grinding and it. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, she does it all.
Okay, well,
She's really good.
yeah, I believe it. Okay, caring for myself is not self-indulgence. It is self-preservation, and that is an act of political warfare.
Mm.
Audre Lorde.
Yeah, I like that. Post it. Send it to me.
Okay. Yeah, we should make it into like a little meme. I can make it on
Yeah.
Canva.
Oh yeah. You go, Canva
I'm a
girl.
bitch. Dude, you know like the Photoshop people like make fun of the Canva people? Like, oh, they don't know how to use Photoshop, they use Canva. It's like, fuck you. Like Canva's
That's
free.
funny.
Photoshop is expensive. Adobe is expensive. Like just say you're an elitist without saying you're an elitist.
That's great.
Are you doing eyeshadow today?
Yeah, a little bit.
Did you already do it?
No, well, I did a little like tan, a
Mm,
little suspect from my Naked palette.
okay. So we're doing tan. I'm gonna copy what you're doing.
But I'm also gonna accent with my orange.
Oh. Oh, I can do orange too. I have oranges right here.
I just like to do the Naked. Ooh, that's cool. I like to do the Naked palette and kind of give a nice little, shadow thing, and then
Right. I'm
add
gonna
a
copy
little
what you
pop
do
of
because
orange.
shadows are not my
Ooh.
thing. So what are we doing? So first the base is just tan, right?
The base is
Like
just
neutral.
it's like a gold, so it's the one right above my finger.
Is it shimmery or matte?
It's shimmery.
And you put that
It's
all
like
over
a
the lid.
gold. I did like this part of the lid.
Okay, so from the to the bone to the bone from
Yeah,
the
yeah.
to the bone. Okay, so
Uh-huh.
a shimmery gold to the bone. Okay, got it.
I don't normally put much of anything on the bone, but at the very end, I usually end up adding some kind of like highlight.
Sorry, this conversation. Sorry, my mind is in the gutter.
Ooh, elaborate. Put me in the gutter.
No, because you're like, I don't really go all the way up to the bone or something. I don't know.
Oh.
Think about the bone. You got me with the bone.
Oh, baby, I go to the bone.
Oh shit! And my bone is gone. My bone ghosted me.
I ride all the way up to the bone. See this right here? Up to the bone. And then sometimes later I put a little white on top of the bone.
Okay,
Little
so for the bone, like the bone right here, you're supposed to do a darker color. Did you do darker around the
No,
bone?
I will later.
Okay, so we're still doing shimmery right now. Shimmery all the way up to the
Yeah,
bone.
I was just following you because I didn't do as much as you, so then I started mimicking you in return.
Dude, I'm copying you.
No, no. See, you're copying the colors. I'm copying your technique.
Okay, got it. So I just feel where the bone is, and
Um,
I just like literally like shove it up all the way up in there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Pretty
Oh,
much.
but this is a
Did
legit
you
technique.
did you switch to the dark already?
I went for like a more of a copper shimmer just because I was like, oh, I want to make it more intense, so I put copper.
Okay. I have a chopper. Is the chopper like a copper?
Does it
I
look
mean,
like a copper?
it does actually look like a copper, but mine's just called chopper
Mine
because
is
it's
called
very
A3.
clever.
Mine is like very like I love this. Like it's A3.
Ooh, it's
And
Battleship.
yeah, simple. I think they
That's
do all
great.
of their shit like that. Look, P3.
Ooh, I like that.
Me too. It's
Dang,
like
my chopper is brighter than my suspect.
that's okay. Let the universe guide you. Dude, have you had this root beer? It's so good. Zero sugar root beer.
I don't do zero sugar things because usually the chemicals that make up the zero sugar are worse
I
than the
know they're
actual
really
sugar
bad. Yeah,
itself.
they're more inflammatory. I know.
But
I know that.
I love root beer. Love, love.
Me too.
Ooh, okay. For the color on top of the bone, I'm going for booty call. Look,
Is it booty colored? Wait, why is that white? That's a booty
it's
call
not
white?
it's not white. It's a very shimmery peach. Like it's so
Shimmery
shimmery it
peach.
looks white on the camera.
I don't have a shimmery peach.
You don't have
I'm
a
gonna go for a
shimmery
matte
peach?
peach. I'm gonna do matte peach then.
Oh, okay.
Dude, the
I'm at
nicotine is like making me dizzy lately, which is really weird.
the what?
Like nicotine is making me dizzy. Like yesterday I hit the one of my vapes and I actually thought like I was gonna faint. What does that mean?
That's like your body telling you that it's done.
Like we need a break.
Yeah. So I'm also putting the booty call into the little crease over here.
Oh yeah, tight right inner corner.
Um,
Booty. Dude, I haven't had a booty call for a while. I used to have a lot of booty calls in college. Like I had one guy, I designated him my booty call. Like, bro, like I'm going out, I'm being with my friends, but like when I hit you up, like you need to come find me wherever I am, pick me up, and like I need to like, you know what I mean? Like I designated him before the night even started. I was like, you are my booty
that's
call, like be on standby. And like the bitch would do it.
great. That's great.
I think you met him. He was my boyfriend when I was in San Diego. The tall guy, the dark guy. Tall guy with
Oh,
green eyes. Do you remember him?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I do. What was his name? You don't want to say it. It's okay. You
No.
shouldn't say it. Don't say his name.
Yeah.
Don't say his name.
I'll text it to you. Because he's
Okay.
still around. Like sometimes he pops up on like LinkedIn or I think I added him on LinkedIn and he didn't add me back. I was like, really? Bitch.
Booty, that's rude.
Yeah,
That's a
like
bad booty.
yeah. What if I'm booty calling you on LinkedIn? Like, what's up?
How
Okay,
long
so
have we
next
been
dude,
going?
I have no idea. I think
What
about an
time did you
hour.
log on? Okay, we shouldn't go longer than an hour.
Okay, so let's wrap it up. I think I'm good here. This is like a nice eye. I don't need to do more.
Oh, I haven't done my orange accent yet.
Okay,
Should
let's
I
do
do
it.
it?
Accent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need an orange accent.
So is it like a deep orange or a light orange?
So I have these two
Okay.
oranges. I was gonna go with the bright shimmery and do it in the
Okay.
center.
Just in the center, like just like right here.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. It's like cat eye. Like you know how the cats have like something right in the middle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I did this right. Sometimes if you want a more legit color, like to stick out, you're supposed to use your finger because like the oils from your finger like help it.
Oh, that's cool.
All right, I see the vision. Let me articulate it. I think I went too high up. Giving clown, but that's okay.
Skipping clown.
You know how clowns do that. I'm kind of
Oh
into like weird.
yeah.
The other day I went to, I don't know if you saw the picture, but I did like a butterfly on my face and I went to work like that. Did you
Oh,
see
that's
that?
cool. I remember seeing it, but I didn't know you went to work
Yeah, like
like
I don't
that.
know how I got there, but like I think I did my eyeshadow like way too far out here. And I was like, you know what?
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna draw a line around it.
That is incredible.
Because
Did
I have a
anybody say anything at work? Do they?
yeah, they were like positive about it. Because there's another girl that does crazy shit like every day. So like I was like, you know what? If that girl does it, I'm gonna do it too.
Oh
Like, this is it.
man. Oh, that's so cool.
And I did it like all purple, like iridescent, like with these colors over here. Like
Dang.
it was really cool. And yeah, I got a lot of like I got some weird looks, but then like some customers were like, "Wow, like did you do that yourself?" I'm like, "Yeah, like I just
They're like, "Do you have face painting here?"
yeah." Or no, like they were like surprised that I could come up like I don't know what they were thinking, but they were just kind of like, "Did you do that yourself?" I'm like, "Yeah, you think I have a professional artist come to my house?"
Hilarious, right? And this is where I work.
Yeah, like bitch, I'm at Ulta selling you fucking cosmetics. Like, please. I'm here. You're the one buying shit. I can't even afford anything in the store. Like, the only reason I have store nice skin is because I do my skincare at work. Like I'll go around to all my favorite products and like spray them on.
That's great.
Yeah.
With the testers.
Yeah, no, yeah. Like the testers are probably gonna be gone in my store because of me. Not gone, but like gone, like used up. Like I am testing the testers. Like that is my designated role that I gave myself. Test the testers. Well, I do it in the name of education because like how am I going to
It's
recommend
true.
something if I don't know if it works?
No, it's very true.
Dude, this looks crazy, but I don't even know what to say.
I think it's beautiful. It looks nice. When
I'll
I
share.
first started working in dentistry, the doctor that I worked with told me that you couldn't relate to a patient unless you had specific things done. So, like, there are certain products that we use like during a filling, and it'd be like, oh, I'm so sorry that it tastes bad. And he'll be like, but do you really know how bad it tastes? And so then he would like make like it would basically we would have like moments where he would be like, okay, put this on a Q-tip and you taste this. Like this is what your patients go through. And then I was like, man, you really cannot relate to people unless you know exactly what they're going through.
It's so true. Didn't you get veneers for that reason?
Yeah. Well, in extremely minimally invasive veneers. So, like, biologically speaking, I could remove my veneers and I could go back to my natural teeth. So, they are very, very low impact.
No, but that's like that is committing. as committing to the concept of like I know what it's like. Did you remember that one time I got my you remember that one time I got my wisdom teeth out and like you coordinated the whole thing, like you were like literally my like
Yeah.
designated driver. That was like literally the nicest thing anybody's ever done for me. Like you're like, don't
Oh.
worry, like you that is like some you should offer that service like door to door dentistry. Like, bitch, I will pick your ass up, take you to the surgery, take your ass back, tuck you into bed, give you your meds. Like that is some boutique shit.
I do want to evolve my business into a patient advocacy service.
Yeah,
Like,
or especially people that are scared of the dentist, you could help them so much.
yeah, people who are scared of the dentist, I really want to offer a service of attending their dental visits with them.
It
Like,
would be so good
let
for
me,
people on spectrum.
yeah, exactly that too. Let me go with you. Let me like help you digest this appointment. Let me break down what it is you need because that's like one thing that dental offices don't really do is when they have an anxious patient, they don't ask them like, what are your needs during this anxiety? Are you information based or are you like close my eyes, do what you need to and let me get the F out the door, right? So like that's what I like
Yeah.
to ask patients like, what do you need during this?
Oh
Because a
yeah.
lot of
You'd be
people,
that's actually a thing. My mom has an advocate for my brother.
oh
But
yeah,
in the context of the school district, like when he was in the school district, she had an advocate. Like that was
right.
literally her job. Like her title was advocate. That's my advocate. And like
Yeah.
everybody understands, like, okay, like she's advocating for the kid. Like she's here
Yeah.
and she's in the room where it matters. She's in the table where they're making decisions. Like her goal is to have the child's best interest. And like everybody knows that and is
Yeah.
aware.
Oh,
So
that's
yeah, it's a real
cool.
thing. Yeah. Like if you use that term in like disability spaces, like they'll be like, yeah, she's an advocate. That's what she does. Watch out. And usually the advocates are like the people that are actually kind of scary because they actually like, fight for the rights of the kid. And everybody else wants to
Right.
skimp out, like do the least.
Yeah, that's true. Right now I'm doing my lip liner. It's the company that I whore for, the Il
Oh, El
Maquillage or whatever.
Maquillage. I'm a
Il
whore.
Maquillage, is that how you say it? I do not get
What do
paid
you
by
call
this
it?
company, so I will not pronounce it properly unless they start paying me. I
Yeah, let's
call
like
it,
clarify how to say it.
I literally just call it Ilma ga ba ba ba. Ilma. That's
It changes
literally
every time.
when I'm talking about it, that's kind of how it sounds. The Ilma something that's all over Instagram. That's literally how I describe it to people. So if they want this done correctly, they can send me some free shit
Hint, hint.
or pay me. Hint hint or pay me. That's cool.
Hint, hint. Dude, I am the
And
same way.
then
Like with my Prado's Beauty, I tag them every time. Like, when am I gonna get on the PR list? Like, I'm literally their hoe. Like every day, I'm literally posting their shit. Like you see me. I don't know if you watch my like, and they like my shit, but they are still like not. And they actually have like an influencer program on Shopify. I don't know if have you heard of
oh,
Shopify? So
I have
Shopify is like a
not.
it's for it's like e-commerce, but also influencers can apply to be the PR team of certain brands.
Oh,
So
that's
you go
cool.
on there and you apply. You say these are my handles. I have this many followers. Like this is my engagement rate. Like please consider me to be part of your PR list. And I finally did that for because I think you have to have at least 1,000 followers, and I finally hit that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. On
I
TikTok, we need 1,000, 10,000 to get money monetization.
oh right. I forgot what I was gonna say there.
Yo, Mono was gonna say something.
Oh, and then on top of my lip liner, I did this big fat lip color
Is that a
called,
crayon?
yeah,
I love the crayons. Oh, I love those. I'm doing
it's
Kosas.
called
Give me
Isla.
pussy.
or
I like
rave.
that.
I don't know
Almond.
what its actual name is.
Did you know that
Super
this means
sheer
pussy?
lip color. Ooh, hey girl, put that on your lips.
Which lips?
All right, I
Dude,
have to go
Victor's gonna
potty.
have a Victor. I feel, dude, Victor. Hey, Victor. I think he's gonna have a fun with this one. He's gonna be like, I don't know if Victor's gonna be like, we have to cut that all out. Like, you ladies are being disgusting.
I doubt it.
Victor's,
Provecho,
Victor's
Richard
cool.
or Victor. I
I
just
love
called him
Victor.
Richard. I'm so sorry, Victor.
Richard.
Provecho.
That's the white version of Victor.
Provecho,
Richard.
Victor.
You need to, have you seen that movie Smoke Signals?
I have not.
Dude, that's your other homework. So Smoke Signals is a very famous movie about Native Americans on the reservation. And it's hilarious. Like, you're gonna love it. It's about daddy issues. But boys'
Ooh.
daddy issues. And
Boys' daddy issues?
Mm-hmm. And in the thing, the main one of the I forget what the other main character. No, the main character's name is Victor, and then he has a friend who's like a total nerd and talks like, and then he says like, "Hey, Victor," and it's like every time I see Victor, I'm like, "Hey, Victor, let's get off the rest."
Does he know where it comes from?
Yeah, because Victor's Native American. And it's very like
Oh.
it's a common, like, everybody's seen it. Not everybody, but I want to say like there's the director Alexa. I think his name is Alexis. Forget his name, but he's a famous writer. But he had like some allegations, like Harvey Weinstein. So who knows? Who knows anymore? Who's
They
good,
all
who's
do, man. They're all fucked up.
bad. Exactly. Yeah. No,
They're
I'm
all
a friend
fu-
who like.
but I truthfully believe that they're all kind of like fucked up because they were kind of like groomed for this. Like it's not just that generation, like it's all the generations before that. And like I actually was very haunted for the last week of something that I said last week about how Hollywood is potentially using their power for the greater good. I actually didn't really mean that. I wanted to elaborate, but we didn't expand on that moment. That I don't truly believe that Hollywood as a whole, but I believe that there are parts of Hollywood that's doing their best to use their power for good, right? Like,
Absolutely.
so
Absolutely.
so I've been haunted by that, and I really had to squeeze that in there just to try to like revamp
No,
myself
and it's definitely
before.
like, think about the writer. Remember the writers' strike? The writers' strike.
Yeah,
A
yeah,
big
yeah,
part of Hollywood in or just like media in general are the writers, and the writers are people like you and
yeah,
me,
yeah.
and they're in
That's
there like taking stories from reality and translating them into screenplays. And they went on
yeah,
strike because they weren't getting paid. They weren't getting paid a livable wage. And it's sad that the actors are the ones that get paid so much, but the writers that
right.
write the content
The
don't.
brains behind the operation.
Exactly. So this is the movie
Um,
Smoke Signals. It's from 1998.
okay. What was my other
Um,
homework? Wicked? Smoke
Wicked.
signals and Wicked? Oh man, I got movie homework.
Okay,
Will you
Sherman
text that to
Alexie.
me?
Yeah, Sherman Alexie is the guy who wrote the screenplay, and it's from, actually, Sherman Alexie is an author, and it's from a collection called The Lone Ranger and Tonto Fistfight in Heaven. So it's a coming
Oh,
of age comedy drama directed by Chris Eyre from a screenplay by Sherman Alexie. This film won several awards and accolades and was well received at numerous film festivals. In 2018, the film was selected by the Library of Congress for preservation in the United States National Film Registry for being culturally significant and aesthetically significant. And it is cool
huh.
because it's filmed on a reservation, and it's like a behind this, well, because we don't know what life is on the res is like
Right,
unless
not at all.
you've been to the res. And every time we go to the res, we go to the casinos.
Right. Yeah,
Um,
true.
so there's also like this one's from 1998. The only other like one I can think about that's like modern on the res is it was on HBO or Hulu. It's like kids that are on the res. Have you seen that one?
No.
Um, I think
But
it's
my body is starting to scream at me. I've got to go. Be a
Bonnie? All right,
human.
let's bounce.
Yeah. I hope you
Let's
have
get
a
out of here.
wonderful day. I love
Reservation dogs.
you.
They're called reservation dogs. This
Oh,
means
I've heard of that. I know.
too.
ASL,
No,
ASL.
because this in other countries means devil, and I just want to make clear that this is
Ooh.
American Sign Language.
Definitely, I love you. Ooh.
Bye. Have a good week.
Bye. Oh, you too.